here's where you park and enter the wine tasting room. Here's a view of some of their vineyards up on the hills, their different plots. And we will be spending the evening up there in those fields. And from there we'll have a good view of the valley. Looking out in that direction. And over there is a nice area to have picnics or lunch or enjoy your wine. So let's go over there and see the view. This is a very nice large patio, covered, nice seating, with the view out over the valley. Looking back at the wine tasting room, where they have some of their kegs stored also. You see some outside. They're not quite ready to harvest at this time, so things are just in prep stages, kind of quiet. So there was really nothing else to see. But the setting is very pastoral, very peaceful. The girls and I went in, registered as harvest hosts, and then got comfortable for our wine tasting.
Hi, my name is Alex. We're here at EMERSON Vineyards, just south of Monmouth in the Willamette Valley in Oregon. We're a boutique little family winery. We have about 30 acres of grapes. So we grow Viognier, Pinot Noir, and then 4 different red French American hybrid varietals. The winemaker, Elliot, is also our vineyard manager. Everything is organic sprayed, dry farmed, and he takes really good care of our grapes. Every year, depending on yield, we make 2,500 to 4,000 cases of wine, so pretty small. And we've been Harvest Host members since 2009, so we've been doing this for a little while. Tom got into it pretty early. We typically have 2 to 4 Harvest Hosts with us every night. We have a lot of space. It's nice and quiet out here. So if you want to come out and visit us, we're just in the middle of the Willamette Valley. Thank you.
After learning about the winery, we looked around the interior of the building. We see their chalkboard listing their many wines and prices. Then, as we slowly turn, we see the tasting bar, some of their seating, a cabinet of awards and memorabilia for the winery. Here is a humorous photo of the owners striking a classic pose, pitchfork and all. Walking further back into the building, you can see the many barrels waiting and the many cases of wine ready to sell or ship out. The girls patiently sat with me as I sipped my wine, but were allowed to wander the building if they wanted. Here we are in the upper field above the Emerson wine tasting buildings. That's it on the left, the silver building. And you can see the valley down below. This is the first winery I've been to that I can remember that did not have a stipulated wine tasting fee automatically attached. And their wines, which I found very good, were all moderately priced. So that was a really nice surprise for being out here after all the others I've been to. It's more friendlier to my pocketbook, shall I say. All the other wineries were very good. The tasting fee does take a little out of the pocket that I would rather have spent on the wine itself, whether it was only 1 bottle or more. The girls are loving the wide open spaces of the Willamette Valley and all the different wineries we tour. Over here, beyond the huge oak trees, you can see a couple of plots of their wines. The farthest one, the one in the foreground, going down to the lower plots of vineyards, wrapping around to the winery. And I believe there was some vineyards in the front as you came up the road from the main valley highway. Wait, what is that? Some gigantic creature rising out of the vineyards to scare people away? My gosh. It's alive. That is the first time I've seen something like that in a vineyard. I've come across bird calling mechanisms and netting and all kinds, but I don't know. If I was a bird, that'd scare the heck out of me. Well, it must work for him. Well, we may not be perfectly level for my old Dometic three-way. Kate's getting into it. But I prefer having my head slightly elevated, if not level. I can't wait to get my compressor refrigerator in, my isotherm, when I get back home. That'll be the biggest change and improvement for my traveling months on the road with the girls, is to have a dependable refrigerator finally. Seems Sarah's made herself at home, just laying out here in the field in the cool breeze, partly sunny skies out in the field. She looks so relaxed, so peaceful. This time Kate's inside laying on the bed. But she looks totally at ease, loving the trip. Here's Kate, kind of making some new friends with two young labs. Not quite sure what to make of them. Whoops, she's coming back here to the RV. And she's fascinated by the pups. Wants to play. Go on, Kate, go play. Looking back towards the winery. You could either park overnight behind that building right in front of us. You can see the tail end of a Class C towing a car. But I chose to camp up here in the field. The afternoon sun slips behind the coastal mountains to the west, lighting up the clouds in the sky. The girls and I gaze out from our RV over the field towards the lower valley. As we watch a beautiful sunset and the day's end, our thoughts are that of the next winery and what it might hold for us to explore.